What's up, Foxtrotters? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, hello! It's so nice to see you again. You guys look great. Yes, you person who's about to crack into an adult beverage. Oh, what do you know? It's me. Cheers! It just so works out, oddly enough, that Mondays, for some reason for me, are kind of my down day. I have not as much schoolwork to do. I don't have work. Well, not at my real job anyway, you know. So it's kind of like a day where I feel a bit more relaxed than normal for the rest of the week, as opposed to the weekend, which is kind of stressful because I'm doing homework, a lot of it. You know how it goes. And then during the week, I have work and school because that just keeps going. It just doesn't stop, which is great. So Monday is kind of my chill day. So I am enjoying it. Oh, and I had a quiz today. I passed it. I don't know how well, but I passed it. So there's a cheers to me. So if you want to see an r/AntiMLM trash video, then please stay tuned because that's what I'm doing here today. That's what's happening. Okay, that was the worst intro ever. Moving on. Oh, of course, flexing, here we go, MLM flexing, hun flexing, hashtag hun flexing. I can't think of anything more clever for that.
This morning, the Starbucks barista asked me if I was sick. I didn't look myself. Nope, this is just what I look like without makeup.
You know, a little aside there, that really bothers me if like someone like myself or anybody else in the world doesn't wear makeup and then everybody has to say, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? Are you sick? Like, don't do that to people. Don't say that. That's just rude. Don't go up to people and tell them that they look sick. If someone does that to you, does it make you feel good? No. So I don't know. Maybe this Starbucks barista just really was worried about you. But either way, I'm not trying to shade the barista. I'm sure she's not the problem here, okay? I understand that. I'm just saying, as an aside, in general, that bothers me, okay? All right.
But hey, she thought my hashtag LuLaRoe and my hashtag LuLaRoe were adorable, so amen for hashtag pattern mixing.
Okay, file that under r/that happened. Am I right? That didn't happen. And if it did, maybe she said that because after she said that you looked sick or something, felt really bad, and so was covering and just saying that your scratchy sweater looked nice. All right. I'm sorry. Her nails are cute though. From what I can see, it looks like there's like a reddish thing with maybe like some gold ombre happening at the tips. Maybe, I don't know. Her nails look great. How about that? There we go. We'll end it on a positive note. It is unfortunate and also odd to see companies, you know, like Avon and Tupperware, who were at one time trusted entities that did do door-to-door sales, and that comes from a whole separate thing. There was a reason why the direct selling was such a big deal for women back in the day, because it was, well, that's a whole nother, if you guys want a video on that one, let me know. But if, you know, that's for a whole nother story. But either way, so at one point Tupperware was a legitimate business, a real thing. And maybe the products still aren't good. I don't know. But the truth of it is that they are now like Avon and MLM. They've restructured themselves enough to where they fit under the model. And that's really sad. So even if you do like the products, you know, power to you. That's awesome. It's your own money to spend however you want it. It just is kind of discouraging, I think, as a consumer to kind of learn of this stuff. I guess it's not surprising, but, you know, anyway.
Okay, I'm doing the thing. I've become a Tupperware consultant. Would you be interested in hosting an online party? You still invite people like normal, but they don't have to come over to your house. They just click a link to register, and you'll get rewards as a host, too.
Sorry, it's not for me. Same.
That's totally fine. I've heard that a lot today.
Oh, yeah, it's a hard sell.
I'm a bit surprised, really. Lots of people at work like or use Tupperware. Some of my friends do too, but a lot of them seem to have all that they want at the moment.
Yeah, it's so easy to get it from the shops that nobody buys it anymore. Doesn't help that most people are aware of and avoid MLMs now.
It's not an MLM though.
It's the grandfather of MLMs. And that's the end of the conversation, as far as I know, at least what was posted. But yeah, it kind of puts it into perspective, right? I mean, it's one of the original MLMs. It's true. And again, however we may feel about the products, that's not so important as much as it is what it is, you know? And what it is ain't so great. Okay, moving on.
I'm graduating college to be a stay-at-home dog mom and sell skincare from my phone.
Okay. There's one of two things happening here. Either she has a great sense of humor and none of that's true besides maybe graduating college, and posting this on social media is going to be a hoot and everyone's going to have a laugh and it's funny, right? So that's that option. Or option two is she's totally serious. And she is in fact graduating college to now be a stay-at-home dog mom who sells skincare from her phone. I want this to be a joke because if it is hilarious. Chef's kiss funny. Like, that is so good. Good sense of humor. If it's not, then I'm worried. Because, like, you just got done going to college, you graduated, and now you're just gonna I guess, waste away all that time and money you spent. Well, I'm going to assume money maybe it wasn't for you. I don't know. I'm not going to assume anything. In fact, let's go ahead and just move on before I say too much. Shout out to Even Tidings over on Reddit. They have definitely requested some help. So if you are on Reddit and you want to go find them or find this post, definitely do that. Or comment here in the video. Perhaps they'll come across it. Either way, maybe something you'll say will help someone else in a similar situation. You know how this all works. I honestly have this bitterness. Not because these people think that they could become a millionaire in 2 years through selling shampoo, but because they believe this makes them qualified to give other people business or even life advice. This woman who I'm acquaintances with started selling a week ago, and already she's flooding her Insta with reminders that she can help women gain confidence and grow their business. Wow, after a week, that's impressive. I've been growing a real estate photography business for 6 months, and I absolutely know I'm unqualified to give business or life advice at this stage because I'm still figuring it out. I'm so confused by how they feel that it's ethical. Is that how MLM brainwashing / marketing is? Or do the people that fall for this have some narcissistic traits as well? I'm so bitter and confused. Help. Well, there's a lot of good questions you have there. Well, I guess you really have just one main question other than the wondering how it's ethical. But, you know, first of all, good for you with your business. Keep it up. It's going to work out for you, one foot in front of the other. Slow and steady wins the race. And it's true. I know you're probably like, oh my gosh, that is so cliche. Why would you say that? But trust me, that's just how it works. It's weird, but it's true. I am also confused by how it's ethical. I frankly don't think that it is ethical. I think it's just legal. And I think there's a difference between legal and ethical. I think we've kind of come to terms with that, unfortunately, on this channel, right? And then the MLM marketing strategies, narcissistic traits, you know, I don't know. I would agree that there does seem to be a difference between the Huns, right? And there's kind of like a line drawn straight down the middle. And it's either people who really did join it for the best of intentions, right? They had the best of intentions when they started the whole thing, and then they kind of woke up to reality either because they lost money or maybe their uplines did something nasty to them. I don't know. There's a whole a bunch of things that could lead to someone having an awakening, as it were. And a lot of those people are here, actually. There's quite a few who are subscribed to this channel. Hello, hi, how are you guys? And so I think that there's those people, and then I think there's the other half where I think potentially I'm not going to go and be all Dr. Philly here. Well, was Dr. Phil even qualified to be Dr. Phil? I don't know. You tell me. But either way, is anyone qualified? Who knows? Definitely not I. So I'm not going to say anything about that, but it does seem to draw a certain kind of person. The people who do well seem to be a certain kind of person. Does that make sense? I'm going to stop saying anything before I dig myself a deeper hole. And for those of us here in the Americas, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, so I figured why not include at least one really dumb Thanksgiving meme, okay? Dude, they'll never eat you now. How the heck you do it? Oh, one word, man. Thrive. Cha. I don't know why he's a surfer guy. It comes naturally. The caption above that I very conveniently clipped off, said something really clever about how, yes, everyone desires to look like a starving turkey. Sounds good. All I know is that having been around a few turkey farms in my life, again, I'm sorry, vegans, I know it's gross, it's brutal, it's awful, but it's a thing, okay? But if a turkey were for some reason like sickly and thin like that, I'm pretty sure the farmer would have like... Okay, we have a bit of a longer one, folks, so go ahead and grab yourself a beverage. You might need something to wet your whistle or something like that. You might need a snack. Okay. All right, let's just jump right in. Herbalife bro and the $1 credit card minimum. Hey y'all, I live in a military town, and if you're unaware, MLMs tend to be rampant in military towns. Actually, you guys, my subscribers, you guys are the ones who told me that. I did not know that before I started this channel, so very interesting. If you did not know, you know now. There happen to be tons of nutrition shops around my town, all selling energy teas and shakes, supplements, blender bottles, the works. All of them tend to be sponsored through Herbalife and are totally fronts to recruit people, like the mob pizza places in movies, only more Karen-y. I work at a bar that is fairly chill. It's against our owner's policy to let people get buck wild, so plenty of people come in on the weekends to have a chill time without the rowdy crowd. A huge group of people came in yesterday for a birthday party, all of them wearing I Heart Herbalife nutrition gear. Cue me immediately rolling my eyes. Yeah, me too. They have their party, everyone is drinking, everyone is happy, nobody is trying to sell me anything, so no big deal. The night goes on as usual. Then, one of the Herbalife bros comes up to me and wants another beer for him and his girlfriend. Cool. I can do that, my guy. Note, my bar sells local craft brews on draft, as well as your regular selection of Quickie Mart pours and butt wiper brands. I've never heard that phrase in my life, but I'm here for it. We also sell a small selection of merch, including a collectible pint glass with the logo of the bar on it. As I'm pouring the beverages, he tells me he wants a pint glass, so I grab that, the beverages, and ring him up. I make a habit of going, your total is X amount with tax. If people want to pay in cash, and he had his wallet out reaching for some cash, so I could only assume, F me, right? I tell him the total and he flips. He was like, why is it that high for 2 beverages? I politely tell him that the 2 drinks are $6 each because they're the local draft beverage. The pint glass is $5 and my state has a really high sales tax. Bada bing, bada boom, his total. He flips a little more. Well, I thought the pint glasses were $5. I want the beverage in the $5 pint glass. I say, I'm sorry, sir, but the pint glasses are $5 for the glass only. We don't offer beverages in them. So he gets all huffy and puffy and goes, well, I only want the beverage then. So I put the pint glass back and set the other full beverage behind the counter because I'm going to pound that later. Oh, that's naughty. That's against your rules at your work, but whatever, you live your life. And re-ring him up for the 1 beverage. He's rolling his eyes and getting even huffier, so I tell him his new total, and he goes, ugh. I don't know if that came across as a good ugh or not, but I tried. Oh, hold on, I need to take a sip before we get to this next part. It gets so spicy. Okay. So refreshing. Sorry if my squeaky chair is coming across the microphone. Not quite sure how to solve that problem as of yet. So, you know. I say, I'm sorry, sir. We have other drinks if this one isn't for you. And he just hands me $6 and says to put the rest on his credit card. The rest being 67 cents. I thought this was super weird, but then had to explain, I'm sorry, sir, but we have a $1 minimum on credit card transactions. Even if I split the payment, I still can't charge your card for the 67-cent balance. You can put the $6 on your card and let me change out the cash you do have, but otherwise, I can't help you further. Oh, God. He just exploded, y'all. He went on and on about how it's ridiculous. Why couldn't I just fix it? Why was the drink so expensive? Etc., etc. I also nanny when I don't bartend because I'm broke and trying to get through my master's degree. Well, cheers to you, honestly. You are way more motivated than I. Whenever the 3-year-olds I watch have a tantrum, I make sure they're in a safe spot with no pointy objects, let them cry it out in the moment, and then we can move on. Little bodies, big emotions. I found the same method works with inebriated people. So I just stand there and try to look moderately interested in what he has to say. After Herbalife Bro reaches the end of his little tirade, I offer him a cheaper drink from our menu, and he just slams down his card and goes, "Blanket, just charge the card." Wow, good attitude. Good Lord. So I do. He shoots me a dirty look, makes a Broadway show of not tipping, and walks off. Herbalife must really be taking it to him to the cleaners if he can't afford $6.57 on a credit card and no tip. 6 figures a month, yeah, well, that experience that you had there is probably so similar to so many other people's experience. I mean, even it's like the posts that we see all the time where they're like, the Huns are bragging about how they're making all this money or how their upline makes all this money, or they say you can earn this much money. And then when someone asks them, well, do you earn this much money? Then all of a sudden they get really weird and cagey about answering your questions, you know, and it's very suspicious. So I guess basically in summation of that whole thing, that guy was a real not nice person, and I hope he learned to do better, because that was an embarrassing show in front of a bunch of people. Like, way to just, wow, that's just a cringe. And I've worked in many a restaurant in my day, and I've seen some people make some real you-know-whats of themselves, so it's like, I can kind of visualize this happening, but at the same time, like, ooh.
Welcome to our Scentsy team. I'm the newest Scentsy rep. Feel free to contact me for all your Scentsy needs.
Well, the fact that you spelled the name of your new company wrong twice does not instill any confidence in me about your selling skills or your judgment. Oh, sorry. The last one was just so kind of angering that I had to finish it on a slightly dumber note. Does that make sense? Anyways, that's pretty incredible. I guess if you're going to sell something for a company, you might want to just like guarantee that you're at least spelling the name of the company right. You know, it's just the little things. It's time for everyone's favorite segment of the video. It's time for the wholesome moment of the day. Let's see who you guys sent over. The animal featured in today's video is going to be Emperor Caligula, and this was sent over by Treble. Thank you so much, Treble. I'm going to go ahead and read the email along with it. This is Emperor Caligula, my sweetest boy. His interests include dry erase markers on the outside of his tank, forgetting he's a carnivore, and munching on his BFF, Insciatatus the marimo, which I googled, and the marimo is a type of moss ball that you can put in fish tanks. They're kind of cool. They're really neat looking, actually. Anyway, and spitting the bits out and flaring his fills up at his own reflection. Wow. I've only had Caligula since January of 2019, but he has brought me so much joy. I know betas are seen as cheap, easy, and disposable, but they need pretty specialized care. Specific temperatures, need at least 5 gallons to themselves. Sorry, I get really worked up about betas and bowls. Caligula has 10 gallons entirely to himself because he is too territorial for even snails. Yeah. Oh, and have huge personalities. Yes, they do. In fact, there is a beta who lives in my house that belongs to my roommate, and he has his own 10-gallon tank. His name is Brooke Shields. And he also has a big old tank all to himself, and he likes it that way. He wants nothing to do with roommates, and he's let us know, and he gets very excited about it. But anyways, thank you so much, Trouble, for sending this over. I'm sure some of you have noticed a new word addition to the Adopt, Donate, and Volunteer PSA. We are now including fostering in there because one of you kind folks reminded me how important fostering it is, which I remembered that, but for some reason just didn't think to, even though I was here saying what I was saying about adopting and not shopping, I was forgetting a very important factor, which is fostering. So we're going to include that now from now on. If you're looking to get a new member of your family, I definitely recommend to adopt and not shop. Check out your local shelters, donate if you can, volunteer if you can, foster if you can, and don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And if you want to see a picture of your pets here, then go ahead and send it to my email, which is in my channel description, and you will see your pets here eventually. Alright, Foxtrotters, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked that video, please hit that like button down below. If you have any good comments or suggestions, please leave that down below as well. I love to hear what you have to say and I love interacting with you all. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and become a Foxtrotter. Come join the den. Den Mother would love to have you. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed that video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm not sure what day this video is going to be out. I'm recording it on a Monday. Hopefully it'll be out Monday. If not, it'll be out Tuesday, which is, wow, the day after Monday. Oh my gosh, duh. I'm so smart. Anyways, I plan on having at least one more video out before the Thanksgiving holiday comes. I will be taking a few days off around Thanksgiving. You probably won't even notice. I'm not even sure why I told you all. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. I love you all so very much. And as always, until the next video, take care.